Sometimes I get confused as to whether I'm hungry or just bored. Hello everyone, welcome to Naren's Life with MS. This is Naren and I am flipping the script over here because it's time for Motivation Monday. And for Monday motivation, I don't know, I've heard it both ways. But yes, I am bringing back Motivation Monday today because I realized I had such a busy day. I couldn't find a reason to be mindful today. And so, in terms of motivation, I did have something to share. So, I did end up going to a different neurologist just for a different, second opinion because, there are a few things that I did want to address because they weren't really happening for me. So I decided to go to a different neurologist, and I mean I am still pretty much stuck to my current neurologist, but decided to go to a different one. And the one thing that he ended up doing was he ended up calling his colleague, who also happens to be an MS specialist, and you know um, looking at my case and another case of my friend's case. He decided to pretty much refer us to his friend, and this friend also happens to have a huge caseload of MS patients. And generally with this one specialist, he ends up um, you know uh, focusing more on trials and getting different medication that may or may not prove more effective than the treatment I'm on now. So it is a pretty exciting time, which is why I wanted to uh, create more of a Motivation Monday episode, because here, you know this time tomorrow I will probably have answers, or at least information, in regards to what is going to be happening in the future with me. And this is keeping in mind that it is going to be, there might be something different coming my way. And because the thought of that is a little scary and a little daunting and a little bit of everything, really, I wanted to make a motivational video for myself, so that, or at least say some motivational things to myself, so that I don't feel scared. And because if we think about what I've been through over the past 17 years, I've been on 3 different treatments, and this third treatment, when I got onto it, I thought that this would be it. This was what life was going to be like until from now until you know I guess the end of whatever time, until a cure is found or something. But by the looks of it, there is going to be another chapter that is going to maybe begin, right? It's still a little too early to tell. And I just wanted a little bit of motivation for myself to, not be scared, but thinking about, what I have to do right now as compared to what might be happening in the very near future. I am so close to freaking out because it can be one of two things. I could be in a state where I am still in a very aggressive phase, in which case there is going to be many things that are going to be tagged onto me, many more medications that are going to be tagged onto me. Or actually, no, that is incorrect. If it is a very aggressive case, I might completely switch over my treatment, which, you know, could be anything really. Or it might be the other way. So it is benign but with an aggressive tone. If that is the case, then I will be on a lot of medication, and I already am on a lot of medication. Like, I think I have close to 6 pills in the morning, 5 pills in the evening. So it's actually, yeah, 5 pills in the evening and then 1 pill at night. So really, it is going to be something that you know I'll have to get myself to agree to. So just decided to create more of a motivational video for myself, because at the end of the day, the one thing I do want to tell myself is that regardless of what happens, what the outcome is tomorrow, I'm still going to exist for probably a decent amount of time, right? You know, changes have happened in my medication in the past. Chances are they will happen in the future. And considering the number of articles that I have read over the months and months and months about MS treatments and what is in store for the future, I at least feel like this is going to be a good thing. I mean, the only way I can think about it is that at least since 2018, I'd say majority of the change has been positive. Yes, I have regressed pretty badly, especially in recent years, but I'd say at least I'm more confident in myself, and hopefully, something good can come out of this, because that is just that one little bit of thought I need to motivate myself that, in the future, things are going to work out. But honestly, I don't even know what I have to say for myself or to myself, because, you know, the future does seem a little scary. But, you know, it, whatever happens, happens, right? So it is what it is, and hopefully, regardless of what happens, there are definitely going to be at least a few stories that I will have to share with you. Definitely knowledge that I can definitely try and make as exciting as possible. And I hope, whatever happens tomorrow does end up having, you know, a silver lining, however dark the cloud might be. So, of course, with that said, this is Narain's Eye with MS. I am Narain, and I hope your Monday went very well. I hope you started off the week on a good note, on a positive note. Of course, since I'm done with everything I have to say, here's me just wishing you a good night, sweet dreams, and I will catch you tomorrow.